Donation is a really important part of healthcare. Now, I'm not talking about money. Being a blood donor, for example, can be life-saving. Blood is absolutely critical for so many children for various conditions or in emergencies, and it's relatively easy. The other type of donation that I'm really passionate about is organ donation. Now, it sounds scary to consider yourself or your child as an organ donor, but on the receiving end, being able to save a life is the most satisfying thing that anyone can do. And I constantly think about what I would want if my loved one needed an organ to survive. And we have an example of someone who has survived because of this precious gift. Please welcome Lola, 8-year-old liver transplant survivor who has the most amazing story. Lola, thank you so much for joining us today on the show. I'm really excited to have a chat to you.
Thanks, I guess.
Now, Lola, I want to start by asking, how old are you?
I'm 9, turning 10 this year.
Oh, nearly double digits. Now, do you know what I do for work?
You're a pediatrician, I think that's how you say it?
Yeah, I'm a pediatric doctor. And do you know what doctors do in general?
Yeah, they help people if they're sick.
So, Lola, I have heard that you are an incredibly brave girl and you have been through so much more than what myself and many of our viewers would have ever imagined. Can you tell us a little bit about your story?
Yeah, I think I was born with biliary atresia. And that's when something happens, so your liver stops working properly. You get very, very sick and turn yellow.
And when did they find out about this problem?
I don't know. I think I was 18 weeks, I'm guessing. 10 weeks.
So very little.
Pretty little.
And how did they treat it?
So I had my first operation, which is called a cath eye, I think. It's sort of like a temporary fix or something. And then I had to stay in hospital for a bit. Then I actually had the actual operation thingy. I think I had to stay in hospital for a little bit after that, but I'm not too sure.
So I think you ended up having a liver transplant.
Yep.
Back a while ago now, and you probably would have been in hospital for a long time.
Yeah, maybe about a year or so till the actual transplant.
Do you remember much around that time? Do you remember being in hospital and dealing with doctors and nurses?
No. It was so long ago that I don't remember.
That's good in a way, I guess. And do you remember much of the recovery or how it's impacted your life in the last few years?
Not really. I mean, I have had to come and go to the hospital ever since then, but yeah.
So do you have any messages for other kids who might be out there going through some really difficult times with their health?
Just stay calm and you'll be able to and whatever's happening will hopefully go away at some point.
That is great advice, Lola. And what about for parents? So I know it must have been a hard time for your parents as well, seeing you that unwell. Do you have any advice for other parents who might be going through the same thing?
No, it's basically the same. Just stay calm and you'll get through eventually, I guess. I don't have much to say about parents because, well, I'm a kid. So.
Fair enough. I love that answer. So can I ask you just a few more questions about how things are for you now after having a liver transplant?
Yeah, I have to take medication. I have to take one twice daily and then another twice daily.
You are living proof of why everyone should jump online and register themselves as an organ donor. How grateful are you for that?
I'm pretty grateful, to be honest. I know it probably would be a bit hard for the family whose kid had their liver things, but I'm pretty thankful for them.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna make me cry. You know, having people like you being so brave and telling your story and, you know, just raising awareness of how important it is to be an organ donor. That's something that's really passionate to me. I've spoken to a lot of kids who have been recipients of organs, and it's just incredible. And and I think you're amazing, and everything that you and your family have been through is incredible. I'm glad you can't remember most of it, and
Yeah.
I hope that one day it will just be a figment of your imagination, and it really won't impact you that much. So I'm just so proud of you and so happy to chat to you.